the Libertarian Party should take over the Democratic Party. And I'm serious about this. It is past Election Day in 2016. Hillary Clinton lost. The Democratic Party is in shatters. 8 years of Obama's administration, Obama's presidency has left the Democratic Party in ruins. Is almost a regional party now. This is an opportunity for us libertarians to come in and take it over. The socialists were able to do it, but the socialists are the ones that helped them lose the election. Now, I know libertarians commonly think, well, it's the Republican Party we're trying to take over, not the Democratic Party. I think that's a wrong attitude. We can take over both. There's no problem taking over both. If you had, in this video, I talk about a strategy for how libertarian parties can win. In it, I talk about always running in a primary of one of two major parties before, if you lose, jumping ship and then running on a Libertarian Party ticket. But if you win the primary, there's no reason to jump ship. You've now taken control of one of the major parties. We should be, as libertarians, running in every major party's primary. If it's a Republican primary, we run a candidate in that. Democratic Party, we run a candidate in that. Run two candidates, okay? Run two candidates, one in the Democratic Party and one in the Republican Party. If they both lose, well, now we have two candidates that are going to compete against each other for the Libertarian Party nomination. Whoa, wouldn't that be a horrible thing to have that happen, where we might get press attention because we're now really competing against each other. Now, for those that are saying, you know, the Democratic Party does not represent anything libertarian. Bullshit. The Democratic Party has a lot of socially liberal issues that we are not only in full agreement with, but we take to the next level. There are certain social issues that we are to the left of the Democratic Party. It's one of the things that the Democratic Party feared in Gary Johnson taking votes away from Hillary Clinton, because we went to the left. We're not just for legalization of marijuana, we want to decriminalize all illegal drugs. There are libertarians, Ron Paul, who are against abortion. But if you're that type of a candidate, there's the Republican primary to run in. Go and run in it. And good luck doing it. And I mean that sincerely. I want you to win. That's a good thing. That might be the deciding point on if you had two libertarians that are willing to run for the same office, and one is for abortion, the other one is against abortion. Have the one that's against abortion run in the Republican primary, and have the one that's in favor of abortion, or at least being tolerant of it, run in the Democratic Party. The Democrats are in disarray. It happens to every major party when they lose an election, but right now the Democratic Party is truly in disarray. In total, since President Obama came into office, they have lost, I think, between 900 and 1,000 legislative seats nationwide. I think only like 12 or 13 of the governorships are now controlled by Democrats. There's only about the same amount that have a trifecta going on, which is the Democrats owning the governorship and both houses of the state Senate. The Democrat Party is in complete disarray. It has been routed, and it's an opportunity for libertarians to come in and take it over. We're socially liberal, and unlike a socialist, we can actually balance a checking book. We can make a good argument. We're on the far left of them on social issues, and we are fiscally responsible. in the South, we would probably be classified as a conservative Democrat. Hillary Clinton right now is blaming her campaign on FBI Director Comey. And that's just bullshit. Hillary Clinton was at 40 to 45% popular support before and after. Her support was solid. The only question was, what would the independents, where would they swing? Where were the undecided? Where would they swing? It should be no surprise to anyone that they swung for Donald Trump. He was not in power. His party was not in power. This means that if you just look at the Democratic Party, they're pointing fingers at everyone. She's pointing fingers at FBI Director Comey. But the truth of the matter is that as the election would come closer, the undecideds would make a decision. They would no longer be undecided. And traditionally, and logically, and psychologically, they would go for the candidate that represents change. Hillary Clinton did not represent any change. She was more of the same. And she was hampered by President Obama going out and campaigning for her. I don't know why. Again, I'm glad, unlike with the Libertarian Party, I'm glad there's no marketers that are running the Republican and Democratic parties. Donald Trump is a marketer. He showed what a marketer can do. Why the Democrats felt Obama was their selling point, I have no clue. When he was on the trail and said, "My legacy is on the line," oh my gosh, you really did make it essentially a verdict on the Obama administration. Yes, his poll numbers were improving, but that's because no one was paying attention to him. Just like with Hillary Clinton, her poll numbers improved the less she appeared in public. So anyone that says, well, Obama's favorability rating went up, yes, because no one was giving a shit about him anymore. No one. You can be generous about someone that you know is leaving. I mean, that'd be like ripping on someone who you know is going to retire from your company. Everyone's really nice about him. You're not backstabbing him at all. You're having fond memories where they go around, they talk about the good old days before they literally shuffle off to retirement. Bernie Sanders is saying that he is representing the Democratic Party, that he is the face of the new Democratic Party. And unless those libertarians come in, he will be the face of the Democratic Party. Crazy far lefters like Michael Moore and the Young Turks, crazy fools like them will represent the Democratic Party. Now you might think from a libertarian standpoint, that's great. I mean, their party is just going to further diminish down and down. But you have to understand, the Republican Party right now is not the Libertarian Party. The Republican Party likes big government. It just likes a different form of big government than the Democratic Party. So if you're thinking the death of the Democratic Party is a good thing, I would disagree with you. The idea that also, I've heard this from libertarians, if the Democratic Party falls, then that means the Libertarian Party rises. No, it doesn't. There's no guarantee that that's going to happen. And I'll tell you how it can happen is if us libertarians run in the Democratic primaries, and then when we lose in the Democratic primaries, we go on and run on a Libertarian Party ticket. We're showing, hey, here are Democrats that are running in the Libertarian Party ticket. It absolutely helps the Libertarian Party every time we have a Libertarian run in the Democratic primary. Right now, think of the biggest swipe against the Libertarians, one of the biggest swipes, and that is we're Republican light, or that we're Republicans, we're called rhinos, Republicans in name only. Rand Paul has been called this. Ron Paul has been called this. I'm sure Tom Massey has been called this. And that's because, oh my God, take a look at what's been happening. When we've had a presidential candidate that has been a Republican beforehand, what party were they always from? Republican Party. Rand Paul, Gary Johnson being the two biggest examples of this. If we started running Libertarians in Democratic primaries, we could start countering that wrong message that we're merely a branch of the Republican Party. It would just do so much good for us, and there's a possibility we could take over the Democratic Party. I don't care if small L Libertarian Party has the name a Democratic Party or big L Libertarian Party, as long as it is libertarian. And I think the battles would be great for our side. Every time we have a Libertarian that runs in a Democratic primary, lose in that primary, and then goes run in on the Libertarian Party ticket, it counters the image that we're merely unelected Republicans, that we're just a faction of the Republican side. I think it'd just be fantastic. Again, I believe the Democratic Party is right for the picking. They're in disarray. Hillary Clinton is blaming FBI Comey for her defeat, but that's total bullshit. She was locked in at 40 to 45% before and after he came along. It was just merely the undecideds and independents deciding who they're going to vote for. And this is a change election, and she didn't represent change. That's it. If you're a Libertarian, especially if you're a Libertarian in a district that has always been won by a Democrat, please consider running in the Democratic primary as a Libertarian-leaning Democrat. Then if you lose, jump over to the Libertarian Party. If you win, celebrate. We've just gotten control of a major party's candidacy. That's something that should be really good for us. All right, see you next. If you're a subscriber of mine, please post this video to your Facebook page, tweet it on out, email it to families and friends, especially anyone that has voted Democrat, but in your conversation with them, you think they're just on this verge of turning to Libertarian Party. It really helps by you promoting this channel on out, a channel as small as mine at this stage. If this is the first time you viewed this channel, welcome. Please subscribe. In the last 20 seconds of this video, there'll be an end screen, and my picture will appear in a circle. Click on that and subscribe to it. Also, I have a mailing list, and when that mailing list gets up to 100 subscribers, I'll start producing a weekly unlisted video where I reply to selected comments posted last week's batch of public videos. If you'd like to see those videos, in the description below is a link to the mailing list sign-up form. Please subscribe. Thank you. All right, done for today. See you tomorrow. Bye.